Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen, what's going on here, and welcome to a rant. I wanted to rant about matchmaking and people who hate matchmaking. First of all, I got blocked from competitive matchmaking, actually, I don't know why. It said it was like, you don't have the proper setup to actually, or you don't have like, let me just show you, see if it's, I'm still blocked from this, and if I check it, then it'd be like, you need to have a premium account and have a cell phone attached. It's like, I do have a cell phone attached, I do have a premium account. So it was just super, like, what? Anyway, matchmaking. I want to talk about it and have a little bit of a rant, because I wanted to throw my 2 cents in this whole mix of hot chili peppers and death that is, r/TF2 at the moment. Also, don't mind my phone going off. Sorry about that. Most of them's muted. Anyway, so a lot of people right now in the Team Fortress community is ranting about matchmaking, casual, all that whatnot. I want to throw my 2 cents in this mix because this is how I mean, hey, might as well. I mean, that's what I like throwing my 2 cents. I like being in arguments. So I'm gonna first start with the removal of Valve pubs. I can't really be upset. A lot of games nowadays are moving to the lobby setting, where it's not so much like you, or it used to be for Team Fortress players, you joined a pub, and then you played that pub, and you could sit there and just run that pub for days. You know, and you can still find those servers. Those servers, what the? That guy is, I don't know, my ping wasn't on my side there. So, yeah, they removed Valve pubs, which is okay. It's Valve's decision if they want to keep their pubs up or not. And a lot of games have gone to a lobby system, where you get into a lobby and you queue for a game. And then once the game is over, you leave the lobby. That has a lot of games, and that's the shift in you know, it's 2016. Team Fortress is an old game. I think Uncle Dane talked about this in one of his videos, because I watched that. But that's how it's going. Like, it's not a bad thing that pubs are gone. There's still community pubs, and if you want to host your own pub, by all means, go do it. It just, people don't understand the server browser. It's a little bit complicated. It's a little bit old school. You know, that's just an old, dated method where people don't need to really do it anymore. And it's how things are going to go. So the removal of pubs is the removal of pubs, and they're putting all their servers now into matchmaking and casual lobby servers like I'm in right now. And honestly, I think these are a lot better in a lot of respects. You don't have people that are just stomping ever, or I mean you can, but they're not like, it's not like there's that one person with 700 points on the server who's never left the server in like the past 4 days of living. So you have those people that are not there. The servers are constantly resetting, so they're never really laggy, because I know that's some issues that over time crap builds up and it just becomes a problem, you know. It's decals, sprays, all that whatnot is the problem. More people on a level playing field. I mean, in casual, there isn't much of a rank system as there is in ranked, which I'll get to in a little bit. But I do think, you know, it's a lot easier for me. Like, I would always have to go search for a Valve server, and I'd have to, you know, decide the map I wanted to play, and I don't know, it just took some time. I'd be like, I don't want to play, I want to play Upward again for like the 12th time this week, or I want to go play Dust Bowl, I want to play, you know, Koth Nucleus, for whatever, I don't know. I'm listing off maps. So, there'd be, for me personally, I don't know, I like the system that I can just, you know, set the maps that I'm okay with playing, start a queue, and I can, like, step away from my computer, go do something, talk to my friends, talk to my parents, you know, whatever that is, I can just set it up, and it goes, which is really, really nice for me just to be able to, do that, and not have to sit there and, you know, figure out what I want to do. I mean, it's, I don't know, that's one side up, or one up that I have on it. But I think it's a nice system. It's not a bad system by any means. It's just what it is now. I mean, I hate to be the kind of person that just says just accept it, but just accept it. It's what it is. Plus, you get a shiny little thing you can click on for the entire game while you're waiting. It's that way. Anyway, I thought about casual more. Oh no. The next big thing on my big bucket of shit I want to talk about is ranked matchmaking. Now, I get there's a lot of problems with ranked matchmaking. This is one of them. I have a premium account and I'm blocked from ranked matchmaking. I was in the beta and I'm blocked from ranked matchmaking. Hold on, let me open my inventory up here. Let me see if I can find them. Where are they? Hey there. I have 4 beta passes in my inventory, and I'm blocked from matchmaking? I find that really crazy, and really kind of funny as well. I don't know why I'm barred from it, but when I played it, it wasn't anything enjoyable. Because, I am stuck at a low bracket. I think that I probably could be a rank 4 or rank 5. But I'm not hitting that because, you know, whatever reason, I don't hit that because I get 2 wins. This is the last experience I had of matchmaking when I queued with Flippin' and a couple other people. We played a total of 7 games. 2 games, the first 2 games we won. Easy. They were literally just stomping. So I went up to rank 2. 3 games, people abandoned either in the beginning, the middle, or the end of the game. Excuse me. Causing everyone to have to be forced out of the lobby. See, this is what I was talking about. You get this cool thing to click on. Plus, it's rank oriented, and you get to see your stats from going in casual. Then the last 2 games we played, we got rolled, and I went back from rank 2 back to 0.0. That doesn't sound appealing to me. You know, I do agree that there should be a form of 10 games that decide, you know, this is going to be your starting rank, and you can go up or down depending on where you are, but we're going to throw you against people that are your level. Logic. I think that system works well, and I think that system should also be relatively adaptive, just due to the how Team Fortress is set up. So if you start winning more, you should start going up against. I think you do at least. You start going up against harder people to figure out where you actually would sit, which would work. However, I have to say that I think that the current system of badges and ranks that go up to rank 25, 18, whatever it was, that system is a little bit it doesn't really work that well for Team Fortress, because Team Fortress is such a small community in a small game, where they tried to mimic something like Counter-Strike, which works for Counter-Strike. They also have like 35 ranks, something like that. I'm not sure. I don't play Counter-Strike. I don't really care about Counter-Strike that much. It's not my forte, so I really don't think I should speak on it. But they have a rank system in there, and that's how you get queued against other people. Team Fortress tried to copy that. It sort of works. Here's my proposed solution to the whole issue. Abolish the rank system, so you don't have, or the badge, whatever rank, so you're not like, oh, I'm fresh meat or whatever. Or you can keep that as purely cosmetic, but it doesn't actually. We're really cute back in the sunshine. That's hilarious. You can keep that system, and that would work. Just purely cosmetically, though, so it'd just be like the rank and casual. It does absolutely nothing for how you queue. You know, maybe make it based on different statistics, or whatever it is, but it doesn't do anything. And then go to a number-based elo system. I think going to a number-based elo system was gonna do a lot better for it, because that way you're gonna end up with, you know, or I think in at least from the time I played Dota, or the little bit of time I still do, I want to, when you played ranked matchmaking, you got queued with people that were, in Dota, it was anywhere between 50 above and 50 below you. There's enough people where you can do 50 above, 50 below. And a huge area where you can get queued into, and it's not like, you know, Dota, you get queued anywhere in North America. You can get queued that way. In TF2, you get queued to East Coast, West Coast, Dallas, I don't really know the rest of the servers, but you know, you get queued based on your location. So there's a lot less players to actually really pick and choose from. So you have to do maybe upwards of 100 or 200 up and down from your position. You get queued to those people, and you always get queued against people of that rating, and as you move up, more people get adjusted. So in a matchmaking system, every single person is always queued somewhere around people the same rank as them, or the same MMR bracket as they are. I think that system is just gonna work that would work the best, honestly. And that would actually get people to actually have, you know, hey, I'm going to play matchmaking, and I'm going to get paired up against, you know, people that are the same level as me, and you're not running into things like people are currently running into, where they go up against, like, people that are the best in TF2 versus the worst in TF2, and it's just a stomp fest every single game. And I think that is, it's not enjoyable. It's not enjoyable or entertaining to do that system, but I think for a little bit of time, that's people are gonna have to suffer with that. Which leads me into my next point. When it comes to matchmaking, how matchmaking is generally set up is over time people build their ranks. You know, so you're gonna start off with everyone being at rank 0 or rank 1, whatever you want to start at, and that's how the system works. You know, when Dota 2 shipped in whatever year, I think it was 2012, I want to say, when Dota shipped, the matchmaking system was fresh. It was not taken from Dota. There was no previous matchmaking. It was, you literally are thrown back in the mix with every other person. So you have the people that are playing top tournaments, Dota, versus potentially new people. And what did that lead to? Stomps. You had shitty games. But but that was the very beginning of matchmaking. And I think that it's safe to assume that Team Fortress will follow a similar curve. Excuse me. Matchmaking has not been out for nearly long enough for the actual matchmaking of it to actually be effective. It's still putting people in their place. You know, for someone to play matchmaking every single time they played, they're eventually going to find where they fit. If everyone did that, you'd eventually find where you fit. The system would eventually put you where you deserve. Just based on matches, because it works on averages. You know? It's not necessarily that, you know, maybe you win 15 matches and you lose 50 matches and you're back at range 0. Okay, whatever. But say maybe you have a positive score. Say you end up like, say you played 15 matches and you won 7 and you lost whatever the one that was rest. So that'd be 8. No, sorry. 8 and 7. You win 8, lose 7. You're gonna end up somewhere rank 1, I believe. I think at least. But the more you play, the more matches you do, the more likely you're going to be placed where you deserve. Logic. At least. Wish this medic would heal me. But that's the kind of logic that it is, and you can say that, oh, maybe you move up and down too much, and maybe that could be true. Maybe there should be more spaces between ranks or whatever. But I know in Dota, if you win a ranked match, congratulations, you win a 15 elo. If you lose a match, congratulations, you went down 30. You went down 15 elo. You're always moving like that. And the only time you get less, you move down less than the rest of your teammates, or you move up more than the rest of your teammates, is that you literally carried your game. That's the only time you'd actually end up ever moving less or more, depending on the situation, than the rest of your team. And if you abandon matches early, you have a huge penalty onto your your ability to gain points. There could even be like a 0 out section where it's like you have to get this many points before you can actually start earning points again. Or something harsh to discourage people from leaving. Or they can do the route that Dota took and it's low priority. You get put with other shitheads who abandon, rage, what have you, and it's going to be a long queue time. And it's going to say, yeah, don't abandon. that's how it is, in Dota at least. I really have to sneeze. But I can't sneeze. One of those things. So, what I mean to say, I guess, in the end of this is that you have to give matchmaking time to actually matchmake. And the system, no, it's not perfect. Yes, Valve did some things that weren't, or the dev team rather, not Valve. Valve doesn't even dictate the course of the game. The TF dev team definitely made some rookie mistakes. They are not as big of a dev team as Dota or Counter-Strike. And honestly, because of the length I've been playing in this community, I've realized that you can't always necessarily just wish that they're going to be coming out with updates like a AAA team. They don't have the manpower to do it. I'm sorry if I'm bursting your bubble there. They don't have the manpower to actually keep up with the demands of a huge community. And people can say, well, shift development to the community. How is that going to help? You're going to center all of the development around the community, so you're going to end up with things becoming stupidly overpowered, certain classes becoming null and void compared to others, and you're just going to lead to a shittier game if you send it to the community. Because the dev team for TF2 has been working on it for some amount of time. They understand how it works, and I guarantee the first patch the community would do, half the game wouldn't even work. Because of how spaghetti-coded TF2 is. That's just a fact. That TF2 is coded about as well as a dish of lasagna. It would just be terrible. So, with a lot of those things, it just comes down to, you know, the community needs to realize that Valve can only work, or not Valve, again, the dev team. The dev team can only work as fast as the dev team can. And they can only pump out updates as often as the dev team can, which you have, I think at the top level, it was like 15 people at one point in the last 2 years. That's not a lot. Dota was rocking around with like 250. That's how Dota has the ability to pump out updates every, like, 3-4 months. And these are not just, you know, hey, we added some hats to the game. It's, hey, this is a complete gameplay rebalance update. You know, we just nerfed and buffed heroes into the floor, or we buffed them into the ceiling. Kind of logic. They can do that. TF2's dev team cannot do that. So I do think that as a community, we need to give them more space. And say, hey, we're not, I mean, we can be upset with the product. Granted, we can be mad about that. We can say, this isn't up to what we wanted it to be, and this isn't up to par, and we'd like some changes. Approach the situation calmly, so we're not literally ranting on, I mean, the first week of the update was utterly terrible on Team Fortress's Reddit. Well, r/TF2, not, True TF2 or any other, the TF2 subreddits. I don't check them. So I only have one perspective. But, you know, there are things like that that are just like, we have to give them some space to work. So, I think the best way we could go about this as a community is to just give them some space, give them space to work, give them quality criticism, give them quality ideas on how to fix the problems, and I think that's going to be probably the best thing we can do. Otherwise, with that being said, and my cold, apparently that just kind of walked in at the beginning of this commentary, done, I think that this is, I've ranted enough, and I think I've got it out of my system to a point. So, hopefully with the next couple of weeks and months that are going to come to pass here, we're going to attempt to or Valve is going to at least attempt to fix some of the major issues in the game, and we'll try to, you know, see what we can do here. And I think the community should be accepting and try to figure out, you know, what they can do to help rather than just scream about it. So, that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like down below. Otherwise, give a hug to somebody now. And hopefully, we'll be able to fix this update. Take it easy, fellas.